everyone, this is Demari, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing the weekly tarot reading for the sign of Capricorn. Please keep in mind, it is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this week's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. Now, when it comes to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from each of the 3 oracle decks that I have here. So we'll get the key theme of the week using the Quantum Oracle, some divine guidance using the Moonology, and messages from your higher self using the Work Your Light deck. When it comes to the tarot messages, I'll be using the Intuitive and clarifying with the Rider Waite. So, Capricorn, let's see what's coming up for you for the week of the 18th to the 24th of January 2021. So just while I shuffle your cards again, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when the next set of readings goes up on the channel. If you'd like a personal reading, you can find the link in the description box below. So, Capricorn, from the Quantum Oracle, you have family, friends, and guides in reverse. So I got the same message for Cancer. So, and it's funny because I also got the full moon in Capricorn card from the Moonology deck for Cancer. So if you have strong Cancer placements, maybe you want to check out the Cancer reading as well. Now with this, it's a case of, I feel like for you, Capricorn, that you don't even realize that you have a lot of love surrounding you at this time. You may feel very isolated, right? Possibly if you're in a country or location where lockdown is still very much in effect. If you are currently, self-isolating alone, that could be the reason why you're feeling very lonely on some level. But you do have a lot of people that care about you. You have a lot of love surrounding you. Maybe you're not feeling it physically, makes you think that it's not available, but it is, right? And you have a lot of support from the divine as well. So it's important that you're aware of that. I think the universe wants you to know that you have a lot of love in your life. You just may not realize it, okay? So let's see what divine guidance we can give you then to help you realize and open up to the love and support that surrounds you and that's available to you. So what can help Capricorn at this time? What do they need to know this week that can really help them realize just how loved they truly are? What guidance would you like to give Cancer, Capricorn this week? Okay. So that's probably why. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So you could have a strong Scorpio placement or be dealing with one. But regardless, yeah. You feel alone, you feel abandoned, you feel like no one cares about you, that, or you may feel like, but what if I become alone? What if no one, checks up on me anymore? What if, I'm being abandoned? What if, this is your fears coming out, right? You have to work through that energy because it's not reflective of the reality. It's just what your shadow is kind of triggering within you, right? Because of the situation you may find yourself in at this time. Do definitely work through that, okay? Because I feel like it's clouding your vision of the love and support that is actually available to you and is very present in your life. It's just your fears are telling you otherwise. So let's go over to what your higher self wants to tell you. We know what your shadow is kind of screaming at you at this time. So what is it that your higher self wants to communicate with you? What does Capricorn's higher self want to communicate at this time to help them ground that energy? Something wanted to come out then. What does Capricorn's higher self want to communicate at this time? Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It was the same card that Cancer got. Yeah, get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. I feel like for you, yeah, connecting with nature, being in a natural environment will definitely help you to ground that energy. Speaking of grounding. But I also feel like it's about you reconnecting with source, reconnecting with your true nature, which is that pure, ascendant, unconditional love, right? You are that. You are the embodiment of that. That's what we are at our core, nature, right? So it's getting back in tune, not just with the natural surroundings, but also your true nature. Because you are love. You have so much to give, Capricorn. And it's a shame that you feel that isn't available to you, because it's not true. It really is. I just want to give you guys a hug, to be honest. Like, that's what you're triggering in me. My Cancerian motherly instincts, you know. And I would give you a big hug if I could. Because you are loved, you are cared for, you are needed, you are supported, okay? So it's really, really important that you know that, because I know that for those of you who resonate with this reading, you don't feel like you are at this time. So that's why it's so important that you come back to self and your true nature, because then you'll feel that, you'll realize that it was there for you all along, right? It's just your fears led you to believe otherwise. Okay, and that may be because of more shadow work that needs to be done, healing the inner child. There may be some things that you need to process still. I would say definitely, if you're feeling like that. Okay. But it can be turned around. That's the point, you know. That's why we do the inner work, so we can turn these things around. Okay. So, I'm just going to move them up a little bit, because I think I moved the camera a little bit closer, so yeah. Okay, that's better. So, first card out is King of Cups in reverse. That is water energy, specifically associated with Scorpio. So some of you could have very strong Scorpio placements, as I said, or have been dealing with one. And maybe that's why you're feeling like there's no one that has any care for you in the world, you know, that you're all alone. Because maybe someone did leave your life recently, or maybe you had to emotionally detach from someone because they caused so much emotional strife and instability in your life that it really affected you on a core level, right? And that's why you had to walk away from someone, and perhaps that's why you're feeling like alone in some way. Next card out is Three of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, I'm getting more separation energy, you know, you energetically pulling away from a specific connection, or pulling away from people that just take from you rather than, you know, give any form of, reciprocity, you know, that equal give and take. So yeah, so you are basically reclaiming the pieces of yourself that you once gave so freely to others, right? Who didn't perhaps take good care of those pieces, right? So you're having to recall them. So maybe some soul retrieval work is required at this time, especially if you have just severed, you know, a significant connection, right? That's going to be really important. Next card out is the Emperor. So Aries energy. Could be dealing with an Aries, have it in your chart. But regardless, this is about you needing to boss up and get back into the Emperor energy. This is your divine masculine needing to take action at this time, right? I.e., go for a walk, get back in nature, meditate, do the purging, have that emotional release, yeah, man. And I feel like that's what you're being guided to do. You're being guided to be very vulnerable with yourself and with the universe and just purge, right? So that you can start taking action and taking steps towards, you know, making the necessary improvements in your life. Next card out is the Two of Wands. Why do I want to say Two of Wands? Again, you getting, that's the energy of you getting back into your power. So I'm not surprised that came out. That wasn't a Freudian slip. So Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. This is you needing to ground your energy, balance your energy. And I feel like that's why, again, you severed certain connections, because they created that emotional turmoil and energetic instability within you. So that's why there was a need to, you know, kind of axe certain connections. But again, that doesn't mean there aren't people that are, you know, that aren't caring, loving, compassionate in your life. So again, don't be afraid to reach out for support and to really connect with those people again. I feel like that's going to be really, really beneficial for your healing. But it's also important because otherwise, the more you kind of isolate from others, you know, emotionally, it's going to have a detrimental impact on you, okay? So it's important that you don't do that. Next card out is the Judgment card. So yeah, it's like making a final decision here. Associated with Sagittarius energy, also Scorpio as well, I believe. So yeah, it's like you are making a final judgment call on certain situations because you know what's healthy for you and what isn't at this point, and what's going to be in your best interest and what isn't. So that's why you're kind of sealing the deal at this point and saying, right, that's it. This is well and truly done, whatever the situation is. So it also means as well that, yeah, perhaps you do need to sit with yourself after that process so that you can get very clear, you know, where you want to go moving forward. And then the last card out is the Magician, so Virgo energy. Yeah, I feel like you are doing a lot of work in the astral to help with this process, right? Because it is a lot and it's been emotionally overwhelming, I would say, severing those ties. But again, you have a lot of support. While you're doing the astral work, it's important to also reach out for that protection, guidance, and support, because it's available to you. It's always there, right? And I feel like, because especially with it being directly under the Emperor, it's also realizing just how powerful you truly are and how you are co-creating your reality every single day. So what do you want that reality to look like? That's what you need to get very clear on so that you can manifest these positive changes and back it up with the required action. Okay, so let's go into the clarifications. But yeah, I mean, this is like a, you know, it's a big process. I do understand that. And I feel like it's something you've probably been in for some time. And I feel like, you know, this conclusion, you know, this final judgment call that you're making on certain situations and connections is very much coming up, especially towards the end of the week. So this has kind of been a long time coming in some ways, but you're getting to, you're almost crossing the finish line, I would say, here when it comes to this particular process. And that's really going to free you up energetically, so you're not just burdened and drained by things that just do not have a space in your life anymore. Like, it's just really necessary. But it's also necessary that you do, that you do open yourself up to those beautiful connections that are present in your life. Okay, so clarifying the King of Cups in reverse, you have the Six of Swords, not surprised, and the Page of Cups. What was I just talking about? You know, it's exactly that. You know, this could be Pisces specifically that you're connected with, but there is someone that wants to make some kind of, you know, loving, kind, compassionate gesture your way, because they know you've been going through a lot, you know, you've been processing a lot. You've probably released a significant connection, or you are in the process of walking away from a very significant connection and emotionally detaching from it. So there are people that want to give you that emotional support, you know, or at least someone that wants to be there for you while you do this, right? So don't turn your nose up at it, because it's going to be very helpful and healing for you. Clarifying the Three of Pentacles, you've got Justice in reverse, that's Libra, and you have the Strength card in reverse, that's Leo. So two major arcanas there. Yeah, this is about you getting to the crux of the issue, i.e. things were just totally out of whack. You know, this was very like, I'm surprised the Devil didn't come up, because it's that kind of energy. Like, you were so imbalanced within yourself that you were kind of repeating certain karmic cycles with people, and that they were literally just like, those people that were a detriment in your life was nothing more than a reflection of the shadow work that was yet to be done, right? And that's what I feel like. You're still doing the shadow work, you're still doing this processing, but I feel like when it comes to severing certain connections, you know, you're doing that right now. You know, that's almost done, right? So that you can separate, you know, from those energies that would otherwise just continue to drain you and pull you down so that you can do that healing, right? So shadow work is definitely crucial at this time for you. Clarifying the Emperor, you have the King of Cups in reverse again, and you have the Knight of Swords. So we have a crazy amount of Scorpio energy in your reading so far. But yeah, I'm not surprised because it is transformative. This is like the death of, you know, one cycle and a new one is about to open up as you close this chapter out and begin to heal. But I feel like, yeah, you know that you have to address this imbalance within, you know, where you've become, you know, somewhat emotionally unavailable because of just being overwhelmed by these emotional burdens that you've experienced. You feel like emotionally you're not very stable right now, right? And that's why you're kind of trying to detach and just cutting out things that are really kind of bring you further into that energy. But I feel like, you know, once you've done that, you also do need to really ground yourself so that you can recharge, recuperate, power yourself up again, and get into Emperor mode so you feel empowered, so you feel capable, so you feel strong, so you feel like you can start creating new possibilities in your life, start, you know, making those necessary changes, right? Clarifying the Two of Pentacles in reverse, got the Five of Cups in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse. So there's Cancer's energy right there, your opposing sign. So yeah, this is why you're kind of just letting certain things go, because it's, and you know, because you know that if you sit there crying over spilt milk, that's not going to serve you. The whole point of this is to keep it moving, keep moving forward, right? But right now you're not feeling like you can really do that, because before you can really jump on the ascension train here, you have to kind of do the purging, the shadow work, healing, all of that stuff, right? It's like you can't go full steam ahead when you're running on empty, you know. It's like jumping in your car and expecting it to run without any gas in it. So that's why you're doing this work now, which is good. Then clarifying the Judgment card, you have the Seven of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Swords. I mean, this reading is so similar to Cancer's. You definitely should check out Cancer's anyway. But yeah, I feel like you're kind of done having to defend your position, having to defend why it's necessary for you to do this, right? Because this is the energy you were in and have been in for some time. And that's because you have been in a state of fear. You've been in very much in a fear mindset and feeling overwhelmed, overburdened, feeling like you're being used maybe, or feeling like you're being taken advantage of. And you're just done with it. You're done with having to defend, you know, why you shouldn't be treated like shit, essentially, you know? And that's why you're making a final judgment call when it comes to certain connections, especially one that could have been a significant relationship. And then finally, clarifying the Magician, we have the Four of Swords, so that's good. The Sun, excellent, that's Leo energy again. And we have the Two of Wands, so perfect. I love that this is how the reading is closing out for you, Capricorn. That means you're doing everything exactly as you should, you know. You go through the process, you let yourself grieve, you start healing, you start seeing the positives in life again, start feeling like things are slowly shifting, that the energy around you is changing, and you're starting to feel good again. You're starting to see the joy in life again, starting to actually feel contentment, maybe for the first time in a long time. And it's helping you to recharge and get back into your power. You're starting to slowly become more empowered as a result and feel like, okay, I understand how this works now. I understand how much influence I have over my reality. So you know what? I'm letting go of the things that I once wanted that are no longer aligned for me, and I'm focused on, you know, the now, being present and going after what I feel is truly a part of my new beginning, this new chapter. So that's awesome. So I really like that, you know, that energy closing out the week for you, Capricorn. So I really hope this reading helps you and puts your mind at ease. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget the notifications bell. And yeah, it is a process, but I see you taking all the necessary steps, you know, and realizing where perhaps, you know, you gave to situations that really weren't deserving of giving to, right? So it's a lesson learned in some ways as well, but, you know, don't beat yourself up over that. We all have to go through it in some shape or form. So just keep moving, keep doing what is needed, and you will get there. Like, I'm already seeing a shift happening for you, especially as you close out the week. So that's great, okay? So you should be very proud of the progress you're making. So sending you guys lots of love, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.